the rock that I grew up on. You're the rock that gave me shelter. You're the rock that gave me comfort. You're the rock that made me who I am today. You're the rock that I grew up on. You're the rock that gave me shelter. You're the rock that gave me comfort. You're the rock that made me who I am today. In 1985, I was born upon a rock that I grew up on, a rock that showed me love, a rock that taught me patience, a rock that gave me trust, a rock that always kept me safe when storms became too rough, a rock that kept me fed, kept me warm and gave me love, a rock that kept her patience when I'm sure she'd had enough, and a rock that did something else that I recently forgot. It's a rock that I grew up on, now a rock I showed my mom. I do not feel all I want to say into a single set of words to make my true feelings portrayed. Do my best to say some of the things that make you the lady. You made me who I am today, for which I'm eternally grateful. You gave me a life that's stable, told me never to be hateful. You showed me love's the only way to make a difference in this crazy world in which you raised me. I know I drove you crazy. You never drew your back on me, you always came to save me. You're the rock that I grew up on. You're the rock that gave me shelter. You're the rock that gave me comfort. You're the rock that made me who I am today. You worked so hard to raise us, I was only one of three. You worked your fingers to the bone, ensuring we could eat, have shoes upon our feet, and a house that we could heat. You'd work away for weeks and then return to angry teens who would scream obscenities to you and act like little brats. Can't believe I told you once, I wish you'd not come back. It haunts me to this day, and still I know it's far from fact. In fact, it was only cause she wanted me to take a bath. At time when I got mad and kicked a hole into the wall. When Dad asked what had happened, it was you who took the fall. You knew I was too scared to tell the truth. You lied and told him that it happened all because of you. When I said I like piano, you quickly got me lessons. You somehow didn't throw me out when I went through adolescence. You'd sit with me in silence when I faced my worst depression. You'd help ensure my safety when my mental state was threatened. Cause you're the rock that I grew up on. You're the rock that gave me shelter. You're the rock that gave me comfort. You're the rock that made me who I am today. So here's to you, Mum, and everything you've done, for putting up with all the times in which we got it wrong. You let us make our own mistakes, but showed us how they made us strong. If ever we were called for help,